Welcome to the Motown India show. We have here with us Mr. CV Raman. He's the Chief Technical Officer of Maruti Suzuki. In fact, he heads the engineering department. I simply call him Mr. Engineer. Sir, Maruti Suzuki is a very big company, a leading passenger vehicle maker, and yet you are so slow with your launches. What is happening, sir?
Good morning, Punusan. Thank you for having me here today. We have a robust product plan, and we have been working towards that. There has been upgradations of the powertrain for the BS6. As you are aware, we had to do that in 3 years' time, and then thereafter, we also had product refreshes in between, and then of course now you will start seeing this is a launch of a new vehicle, which we believe is very important for the segment which we represent.
Okay, that's wonderful news. Maruti Suzuki, in fact, is the god of small things. Now, small things, people are saying people are moving up the ladder, moving to bigger things. Now, you're there in the small things. Do you see a market in the future for small things with perhaps a more expensive price tag, more technology? What's your say on that?
We are Maruti Suzuki represents about 15 brands, both in the Arena as well as in the Nexa channel. Right from the entry level to the S-Cross, we have a wide choice which we offer to the customers. And from that perspective, we are happy to inform that at every 25,000 rupees price point, you will get a product from Maruti Suzuki. And from that perspective, yes, we believe motorization of India, which was started by Maruti more than 35 years back, we are very clued on that, and we would continue to do that. We believe that upgradation of the two-wheeler customer to a four-wheeler is a very important aspect, and the entry level and the mid-hatch is a very important segment. And if you see, the hatch segment overall is constituting about 47% of the market. So therefore, I think it's very important that we continue to bring models in that category which are providing value for the customer in terms of design, in terms of performance, in terms of fuel efficiency, safety, comfort, convenience, and all of it. So I think the customer today is looking for all of that, even in the entry level, and we are working towards meeting that requirement of the customer.
Is that the reason you find the all-new Celerio extremely good looking, has a lot of features? So is that deliberate? You want to move with the times?
Absolutely. Bang on, Punusan. That's exactly what our intention is, that the mid-hatch segment is also becoming aspirational. One of the feedbacks which we had from the outgoing Celerio was about the design and about the space inside the vehicle. I think from the new Celerio, I'm sure you would have experienced that, both from a design quotient as well as from the interior space. We have enhanced it to meet with the current needs of the customer.
One important thing is many of or a select few of your competitors are actually flexing their muscles. Now that they're taking their cars out and getting some great ratings from Global NCAP, and they're tom-tomming about it. Now back home, your products meet all Indian safety norms.
Yeah.
Now, what is this? Is it like someone going for a wrestling match wearing a bulletproof vest? I don't get it. What's happening?
Well, I think it's very important to understand the perspective, and Indian government in its all wisdom has mandated certain safety norms which are equivalent to the European norms, and so therefore we are meeting all of those requirements. Yes, there are rating agencies who do certain tests which are accepted maybe in Europe and other places. But having said that, I think what is more important, we believe, is that India also should have a similar kind of a rating system, which should be a level playing field, which should have a very clear way of picking of vehicles and categorization in that way, and so which should be recognized by the government and test agencies. If that is done, I think definitely Maruti Suzuki would also be participating in that, and we are as part of the Automobile Association, we are working with the test agencies towards that.
Wonderful, great news. And one final question, what is your view on electric vehicles? Nothing is happening, we don't get to hear anything. We are hearing a lot of other competitors bringing in one new electric vehicle, running it on the roads, getting a lot of attention, but Maruti, which I refer to as the big Indian elephant, is not moving. What's happening, sir?
Well, it would depend on what exactly is the requirement from a customer point of view. From infrastructure requirement, there are certain things which we believe are very important for the electric vehicle to grow into a mass volume segment. That definitely depends, first of all, on the charging infrastructure, both at home as well as in the public spaces. And second of all, the more important part is going to be whether it is affordable or not. And India being a market where the weighted average price is about 6.5 lakh rupees, electric vehicle in its current realm does not seem to be a volume game for the present. But yes, having said that, we are working very towards that goal of electrification. We have already in this vehicle, you see idle start stop. In our other segments, you are seeing mild hybrid technology. In future, definitely you will see strong hybrid or electrification coming in, and we are on record as far as the EV vehicle is concerned that in 2025 it will come. So therefore we are working towards that, and it is we need to make sure that it is a proper value proposition for the customer which can actually derive volumes, and so that's what we are working towards.
So putting your engineering knowledge and your practical knowledge together, mixing it well, can you tell us when you see EVs taking off, especially in the four-wheeler segment and especially passenger vehicles, how long do you think it would take before it takes off like the way ICE vehicles are doing in India?
Well, India, I think the government also is very clear, and so are the way in which the policy is also being deliberated on. The two-wheeler space is going to see the first growth as far as the EV is concerned, because they are low power and requiring less battery capacity and moving from one point to the other, and so and they are parked at home. Whereas the other segment which is likely to take off is going to be the buses and the fleet segment, so to speak, and the three-wheeler segment. The four-wheelers is going to take some time, and that's purely going to depend on the battery technology and also on the ability of localization of such aggregates in India. The government has launched the PLI scheme, which is both for the battery chemistry as well as for the other aggregates, and I'm sure there will be participation as well as global makers into that. Once that happens, definitely the economies of scale, once they happen, we would see more traction. But today, whatever we see, there is an ambitious target of 30% by 2030. Well, let's see whether we are able to reach that. There are projections by various companies which say anywhere from 7 to 8% by 2030. But I think this is definitely going to depend on the infrastructure and the localization and the cost structure and the value proposition for the customer.
Great, lovely. Thank you so much for your lovely views.
Thank you.
Very precious. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tharyan.